The Amtrak train from Miami to New York sped toward its destination. Laura and Martin Stevens, wealthy couple, occupied one of the private compartments. A few compartments away, Bill Harris, an elderly black man, was traveling alone. A few hours before the train was scheduled to arrive in New York, a scream shattered the calm. Passengers in first class turned toward the source. Laura Stevens stood in the corridor, with pale face and trembling hands.
My husband.
She gasped, pointing toward their compartment.
He's dead. Someone killed him.
Inside the compartment, Martin Stevens lay in his seat, his shirt soaked in blood from stab wound to the chest. Through sobs, Laura pointed down the corridor.
I saw him. That black man. I saw him leaving our room.
The accusation hung heavy in the air. The elderly man was found in the dining car, calmly finishing his coffee. A search of his compartment revealed a bloodied knife on the table.
He killed my husband.
The train crew, visibly uneasy, immediately contacted police. They were instructed to leave everything untouched and keep an eye on both the widow and the accused. Bill, however, remained calm and unperturbed. As if the accusations did not concern him, he was looking around for several minutes. Then started typing something in his phone. Upon arrival at Penn Station, police cordoned off the train. A few more minutes passed, before the police entered the carriage where the murder had taken place. Without a word, they bypassed Bill, and went straight to one of the conductors.
You are under arrest on a charge of first-degree murder.
The second officer turned to Laura.
Ma'am, you're under arrest for conspiracy to commit murder.
Laura's mouth fell open in shock.
What? No, it's him.
She pointed at Bill.
He killed my husband. He is the murderer.
The officers ignored her protests, handcuffing both her and the conductor. As the suspects were led off the train, the lead officer approached Bill. He sharply saluted.
Commander Harris, as always, your instincts were spot on.
He said with respect.
We're in your debt.
Passengers stared, stunned. The quiet man accused of murder was none other than William, Bill, Harris, recently retired commander of North Brooklyn's Detective Bureau. He stood with a faint smile.
Good work, gentlemen. The evidence was all there, just needed a trained eye.
During the investigation, the conductor confessed. He and Laura had been lovers. Laura's husband, Martin, had a sizable fortune, but after the divorce Laura would be left with nothing. Together, they had devised the perfect crime. A month ago he starts working as a train conductor. He had slipped into the Stevens compartment under the guise of a train staff check. He incapacitated Martin with chloroform, then stabbed him with the knife. To cover their tracks, they planned to plant a knife in the compartment of one of the passengers. And they chose Bill, believing his race and age would make him an easy scapegoat. A huge mistake ever. Keeping calm and equanimity, the old wolf immediately began to analyze everything and everyone around him. He had no doubt that Laura was playing a show. But she alone, a fragile woman, would not have been strong enough to inflict such a wound. There should be an accomplice. Most likely a man. An experienced glance passed over the passengers standing around, staring in confusion. No. Just in a moment, wet spots on the conductor's uniform drawn his attention, as if something had been washed out in a hurry. Blood spatter perhaps? The young man was clearly more nervous than the others and tried not to look either at the widow or at the compartment where the murdered man still lay. Bill had already sent a couple of text messages to detectives from his department, with a brief description of the situation. And now he had added another one, advising to immediately search the conductor's personal belongings as soon as they arrive. As the train emptied, passengers whispered in awe about the mystery man who had solved the crime. Bill Harris slipped into the crowd unnoticed, content to let the justice he once served take center stage.
If you like our content, could you please subscribe this channel and press the bell icon? This will be of great help to the development of our channel.